And we welcome you out here to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. It is time for round 2, and it is qualifying here for the Austrian Grand Prix. It is Ferrari challenge here today, and the drivers are getting ready to put in their best laps as they only have 10 minutes to do so. Here we go. As the drivers now enter onto the back straight, there you see them all. The trophy next to their name indicates that they are a Race of Champions qualifier for the playoffs for special rewards after this championship is complete. There are 2 active championships going on in this one. The first one where we count every single driver that competes. Right now, it's Mats Krogsgaard with the lead of the championship. But when it comes to this series, it is for the playoffs, Cody Lawrence who leads it off with 10 points. So, as we get this one underway here, just remember the track limit rules. If you go 4 wheels off the white line, you complete that lap, if it's an improvement, it'll be a 5-second time penalty. So just do yourself a favor, just back off of it if you do see yourself going a little too wide. All penalties will be handled after the race. So the drivers now knowing we can get this one underway here as we are in car on board with Luca and Dretta. As we head into turn 1, 100-meter marker, braking down in a straight line. Very crucial. 3rd gear, get it turned in. A little bit of wheel spin we hear from the rear of the car. Right back on it, onto the back straight now. As he flies here. Looking for the next braking zone. And looks like we're going to get just at the 100-meter marker once again. Making that car as wide as possible. Just watching track limits as well. Very good so far as we now head to the sweeping right-hander. Then we get into the left-hander over here. There you can see Luca now just playing with the throttle and exit. There you can see him, and now he goes into the left and right section here. This final part of the circuit. Look how close he gets to those white lines. How perfect do you get there? Now heading into the double right-handers over here. Swings it in. Looks pretty good. Around the final corner, very crucial to not go wide here, and Luca does not. So the first lap, everyone's going to be chasing down. The time will be, as Luca comes across the line, it's a 1:22.728. Cody Lawrence behind him with a 23.433. Here comes Andy Reese taking down Lawrence's time of a 23.339. Mads not finding much improvement there. Here comes Ruben Ryan now to come across. And he, not a valid time from him. Same with Danny Nasir. Here we have Van Doren 3/10 off in the second sector, and he goes very wide, and that's gonna already give him a cut track already. So this lap already thrown away, so he's gonna try to go for one once again. Gabriel, fun fact, he's racing in VR as he always does for every event. And who said VR is not competitive at all? He's one of the quickest drivers here, and Gabriel is going to prove that here today. Currently sits P8, but still on his flyer. As he comes around the final 2 corners here, there he goes in the black Ferrari Challenge Evo. Around the final corner and racing to the line now. Let's see if this is going to be a valid time for him. 22.7 to beat, and he's going to go for a 24, so a second off, but he's going to improve on some of his positions. Here comes Andretta back again, and we're going to find out as he comes around the final corner now, onto the front straight, pushing to the line now. Great final corner. Purple in the first, purple in the second, and across the line, and now to 22.521, continues to push as he takes that car back into the pits. Thing with these cars is you really gotta baby the tires around here. And the tires can only really do about 2 flyers, and then that's about it. So let's just swap over here. There we go. So yeah, as this qualifying continues now, let's look down the order. Here is, we actually have somebody who've improved. I'm not sure who it was. Meanwhile, here is Andy Reese getting onto the brakes. See how much wiggle he's getting in that car. But he's keeping it up. Still moving quick. And he's currently P2, so top 3 is all those Race of Champions drivers. Mads is the only one, P4, who splits all the ROC contenders apart. And now here he comes around here. Where is Andretta? He's actually kind of far behind and not on an improvement whatsoever. So across the line, no improvements there from him. And a little bit of a backup in the pits as they come out. But Mads, though, did find improvement, and he goes up into second place. It's a 23.207. Lots of traffic on pit exit as Andretta tries to split his way through the field. Looking down the rest of the yard, does not look like anybody is on a flyer. And it looks like, however, Luca might be on that flyer we're looking for. Let's continue this one here. And let's see how this is going to end up. But there goes Luca Andretta. The Swiss Superman, as we called him back in the day. He still is the Swiss Superman, probably the fastest driver CMRSC has ever seen. And there you see him playing around with the time. How close can you get? He was unable to win this championship when it did premiere. But Luca still going to use this, a little bit of a going wide there. Once again, after the race, it will be looked at because pole position still gives you that point. But Luke is going to come across the line anyhow. It's not going to be improvement, but look how close it is. 22.598 against his 5.21. Here comes Mads, and might be a driver we need to pay attention to, but a little bit wide there on the curb. And that is not what he needs, and already lifting off. Knows that he went a bit wide. And it's very tricky for some of these drivers to stay on par. But 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go now here in this qualifying. Hard on the brakes. Just going to make sure audio levels are all good on the stream. So, still on board with this man here, Gabriel Cheek, as he now comes into the final double right-handers. He's got Cody Lawrence hot on his heels. But, of course, both of them can't impede each other. They're both on flyers. Nonetheless, both of them going to come across the line now, and we're going to find out what they can do each. No improvements from any of them, and they're going to continue sticking close to each other. Here's Danny Nasir now coming around the final 2 corners over here. Baiano trying to find some improvement as well, the Brazilian. Oh, a little bit of a slide there from Danny Nasir. Just about recovers it onto the front straight. Still struggling for pace there is Danny. Nonetheless, no improvement from him. Making sure our audio levels are good on this side. Alright, hopefully that should... Going wide there, once again. Alright, audio levels are great, so we can continue with this qualifying session now. So, 25 seconds left to go here, and at the moment, it's still Andretta on pole. And I'm yet to see any driver come up with a way to get past the Swiss Superman. But Van Dorn, though, found in personal improvement, but 2/10 off in the first sector. But at the moment, as it stands, he could be fighting for P2. That's second place on the grid. Van Dorn, Gabriel, those are your 2 drivers who desperately need improvements. Meanwhile, checkered flag is out, and the Danish driver of Krogsgaard is going to be the first to come across it here. And we're going to see he's in P2. It's a 119 that he was already at 122.5. Cannot beat it. 8/10, almost 9/10 off. Andretti's going to head into the pit lane. So his qualifying is complete. Here comes Baiano now, the Brazilian. Into the double rights. And Webster asking, why is Van Doren so slow? Well, these cars are honestly, these cars are very difficult to control, and maybe this is just not him finding the right setup for himself to really run with. Baiano goes up in to 8th position. Here comes Andy Rees. Can he take down his teammate? No, he cannot. Andrew Rup-Narayan next to come across the line. The final driver to come across. Can he take down Baiano? No, he cannot. That is your grid there, and it's Andretti who takes pole position. Luca Andretti, back at the top of the timing sheets, is on pole. Mads is going to take home a 2nd position. Andy Rees in 3rd. What a qualifying that was for the drivers. Let's go congratulate them.
I'm on 4.
Ron, is there a mandatory pit stop or no?
No, this should be straight shot.
It's not.
Oh, straight shot?
No, there's a mandatory pit stop for the first
Oh, there
race.
is. No.
So, yep, you guys can exit out the server now. Yes, for tires. First race is the mandatory tire change. So you guys can head up the server, and I'll let you know when we get back up. So that's going to do it for qualifying there. Those are your timing sheets. It's Luca Andretti who takes pole position here at the Red Bull Ring, round 2, pole position.